Hi Ray, looking amazing. Thank you so much. The tooltips are on their way to working. It's amazing. So thank you. I have some changes to talk through, which I will talk through now, and I'll itemize them in Upwork as well, so that you have a reference. So starting off, the way that the blue bar loads in down the bottom, sort of half there, then moves up a bit. Is it possible for the blue bar to come in, I don't know, more uniform so that it's not so disjointed as it loads in? If you could spend some time on that. If it's impossible, that's fine. I understand. The next thing to talk about is the tooltip, how it fades in. I'm happy with where it's fading in. It's mainly the length of time that it's fading in for. So we'll see in a second that it comes in and it's a slow fade. I'd just like to speed it up a bit if we could. I may need to clear the cookies. I'll come back in a second. Okay, so I've cleared the cookies and it's loading in now. And the tooltip will come in. So it just took a little bit long to come in. I'm happy with the end time for the animation. It's mainly making it quicker at the end, if that makes sense. Okay, so looking for the next thing on the list. Happy with that. That's great. Thank you. So I'll click on the page and then come back to test out the disappearing of that tooltip. Okay, I've been to the Flinders Ranges page and come back, and it's moved on to the next section, which is great. Clicking on favorite, and it's disappearing straight away. Fantastic. This issue was what I was talking about. The V of the pop-up is I think you've changed the pop-up for the Flinders Ranges tooltip. I actually meant these pop-ups. Clicking on here, it's not so obvious, particularly when the tooltip was here, that that clicking on this was changing this beneath. So to fix that, if we could move this pop-up up away from the marker, and also if I move it, which way do I need to move it? This way. This way as well. It's partially covering the marker. If we could move the marker away, that would be great. What you did with the Flinders Ranges marker with the tooltip earlier by moving it up, I actually like that. So that's fine. Just leave that as it was. If we could change these pop-ups now to move away from the marker, that would be great. So, yep, so I've clicked on favorite and now the zoom in has appeared, which is great. Right, okay. Happy with that. It's just the animation time. Once again, it was a slow fade in. If we could make the animation happen faster, that would be fine for that one. So I've moused over that, and that one's disappeared now, which is great. That's disappearing straight away. So same with the satellites, moving the pop-ups away from the marker so that people can see it better as they click on these. Now the last one should be zooming right in, but it's not there. Oh, there it is. Maybe I needed to scroll off and scroll back onto the marker. That's fine. So zooming right in, and then everything should be cancelled. So looking really good. All of that is working quite well, just a few tweaks there. So now I will go and look at affecting things out of sequence and seeing if there are changes to be made there. Okay, so I've refreshed the cookies. The first thing to look at is, so click the image to go to this page is active. If I zoom in rather than going to the page, it still works for the region marker, which is great, but all other tooltips, such as I just saw the hover over the star tooltip come up, and this button gives you complete control tooltip. All of these should not be introduced until they actually click on the image to go to the page, and then come back to the demo later on. Additionally, this tooltip should also apply to all satellite markers as well. So, and it will have the same writing as there is. So basically every single marker should have this tooltip on it, and that tooltip only until that is actioned. Then we can move into other tooltips. So that'll do for now, Ray. Thank you so much. It's really looking good, and I can't wait to get through these changes and see the end result. But so far, looking amazing. So thank you so much. I'll itemize these points into Upwork so that you've got a base to work from. So thank you again. Cheers.